It's like you either got to have the location or you got to have the condition. Hey, Stephen Smith, the almighty powerful, hailing from the great state of Kansas City, Missouri. I want to check in with you, man. I'm noticing something right now live here in the San Diego market where it seems like right now you got to have like two things, or at least you got to have one of the two things right now to be successful as a seller in this market. It's like you either got to have the location or you got to have the condition. And if you've got both, it's rock and roll hoochie coo. If you got none, you're sitting and you're languishing. But if you got one of the two, it seems like it's still actually working. It's balancing out. Obviously, location's always going to be that way, right? That's 10 times from Tuesday. But, whereas before, the condition of the home was maybe something that they could work with a little bit, right? Like they would be comfortable saying, hey, all right, well, it needs a new kitchen, or, needs some new wet areas, or I got to do some of that landscaping or what have you. Maybe they would be more inclined to take those projects on before. Whereas now is like, if it's not in that Alpha Centurion location, right? And it also needs work. It's like, those are the ones that aren't hot. That's Sittsville right there, right? But if you got one of the two, it seems like it's still working right now. And if you got both, it's rocket ship. So what's actually true out in Kansas City? Like, are you guys experiencing some of that same level of nuance, or is it something completely different?
Hey guys, it's me. I was just putting in my update, what's going on in Kansas City. Jesse, you alluded to the fact that your market, I think you guys are probably 8 to 12 months ahead of us, as far as you're still having some houses that, just are starting to sit around if they're not quite in the right location or quite the right condition. Here, that's really not the case. We still have a 1.8 month supply of homes. That's it in the Kansas City market. Anything under 325, if it's in decent shape, it's getting snapped up pretty quick. I have seen some people starting to reach a little bit, and buyers are rejecting those prices on some people, but that's the norm. That's somebody pricing over the market. But if you price at market, we're seeing those houses sell pretty quickly. Thursday night, Friday, 200 houses came on the market, and between Friday and Sunday, about 280 houses left the market, or went under contract. So that's what we're seeing in our neck of the woods. It's been interesting to watch. The COVID effect seems to be really kind of a non-issue at this point, even with sellers. Some sellers are reluctant to have open houses. Others are okay with it. It just depends. It's a case-by-case basis. As far as showing houses, buyers are over it. They really don't care. So that's just kind of an interesting thing to note as we see the cases and the deaths per day decline significantly. So I think that's going to be less of a factor, and our market's I see it really heating up here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that's a report from KC. Hope this helps. Talk to you soon.